Hey guys, Dan Collier from the Christian Life Network and the Sons of Light. And if you have never heard of the movie The Matrix and the Agent Smith effect, you need to listen to this video right now because it is a real life event that affects your life by having people around you censor you from exploring new ideas, learning new things, or thinking in a way in which it would get you out of the matrix or the box or controlled system of life. So let's briefly talk about what the Agent Smith effect is. Are you ready? So in the movie The Matrix, Agent Smith, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen the movie The Matrix, I'll fill you in because a lot of people have not seen it. It's a movie dealing with society being taken over by computers and robots and people living in a simulated reality. In other words, they've been cocooned in a pod that keeps them alive, and they're basically have an avatar living in this matrix, this false reality, while their body is in a cocoon somewhere, living on false life support. And the entire matrix, the machines run off the energy of people's bodies. And so while the Matrix is a fantasy movie, it is absolutely based in reality and the facts of life and controlling human beings from an angelic point of view. In other words, from a point of view of someone who understands how human psychology works all the way back since the very beginning of time, and how to do evil things to control people or keep them in a way of thinking. All right, so are you ready? Because the Agent Smith effect in the movie The Matrix was a documentary based off the Masonic viewpoint of the world and controlling people. It is called, and these movies are made because it's called the externalization of the hierarchy. It's a movement that started back in the 40s when the satanic agenda or the Luciferian agenda really started to unfold, and really got its kickoff in the 60s when they started to reveal through movies and music and everything how everything really works, because they felt like they got enough power to now start overriding the entire matrix or the life system. And in fact, they realized they had tricked Christians to now support and join with the anti-Christ system controlling it all. Christians pray for, Christians support, and Christians unite themselves with now against Christ. And they absolutely think they're doing God's will. So let's move on, called the Agent Smith effect. So in the movie The Matrix, Agent Smith, he's like the controlling, he just can appear anywhere. So each person is, let me break it down further. Each person is an avatar. They think they're real, they can feel things, but Agent Smith can suddenly interject himself into that person, change forms, and become the police or the FBI agent or whatever for the Matrix, so that they can arrest somebody or they can kill somebody in the Matrix. Whatever has to happen to stop something from questioning the Matrix or revealing to everyone around that they're in the Matrix or controlled by some sort of system. So the computer can insert this same exact Agent Smith person, and it can appear in one person or it can appear in 100 people, can all of a sudden become Agent Smith. And so I just wanted to get the point across so you can understand who this Agent Smith is. So if somebody starts talking about something, Agent Smith, you see their face like this, and all of a sudden Agent Smith appears and he's ready to attack the people. This is Agent Smith, and anyone can become Agent Smith. So in the Matrix, Agent Smith has the ability to enter any body at any time. And that often happens when the Matrix is threatened by Neo. Neo is the character, or you, should you interject something like the Earth is a larger place than we've been told by NASA. It's actually bigger. Could be flat, could be huge, could be endless. We don't know because we've never seen the actual real pictures of the Earth. So Neo is the hero, which could be you. And the scenario is a reflection of our real world going on. For example, you're sitting and having a conversation with a friend and everything is fine until you mention something like I just said. You know, I was watching this video and it was called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon. And in this video, it was the actual footage from Apollo 11 when the astronauts were supposed to be getting close to the moon. And they were supposedly filming the Earth through the window of the Apollo spacecraft. But what happened was this unedited footage shows the astronauts thinking they're done with the filming, but they didn't turn the camera off. And so you see them reach up and you see them remove the silhouette that was in the window. So they had put in the window this circular silhouette so the camera would look like it's filming the Earth from a distance and the Earth would appear smaller. So the image we have now, called the blue marble, is actually a fake footage. It's really part of the Earth. You're only seeing this much of the Earth. But in the footage, you see them remove this silhouette, and all of a sudden this Earth that we think is this big fills the entire window where the silhouette was removed. Meaning that what we think on every globe, every GPS map, everything we look at, according to the Earth, it is undeniably larger than we think it is. So not only is the blue marble, they can say it's a real picture of the Earth, okay, but it's not actually the whole Earth. It's just a portion of it, which means we have no idea how big this place is. And the ancient maps that we see from the 1500s and stuff, drawings, people sailed, these were serious maps by people that relied on these maps to save their life at sea, so they knew where they were going. There's continents and ancient legends outside of our realm around the Antarctic area. Now, mentioning the fact that you can go see this in the documentary A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon, suddenly when you're talking about this, watch what happens. Up pops Agent Smith to replace the person you were just having a conversation with, to attack you because all truths threaten the Matrix. Most people have had the Agent Smith programming since they were born. These programmed people become the guardians of the Matrix, what people now call a non-player character, an NPC, or a normie. So these people become the protectors of the code, the police of mind control, and enforcers of indoctrination, which holds together the false concept of reality like super glue. So you have experienced this before, even if you watch like interviews with people who call themselves woke, or people that call themselves conservative, and then you will bring up something like, the police are actually a corporation and they don't work for you, the people. They're not there to protect, they're not there to protect and serve you, the people. They're implemented to protect and serve the Commonwealth, which means it used to be England, and protect their trade and commerce from you getting disruptive and interfering with any types of things, whether it's chaos in the street or creating accidents on the highway, which would impede commerce of big trucks getting where they need to go. Everything is it's not at all about protecting you. That is the facade. That is the lie told to you so that you comply and agree with the overseers. The police are not there to protect you. And conservatives, they will get irate, and especially police officers will get so irate. The mind program, you see Agent Smith will pop in, and they all of a sudden will become protectors of the matrix. But when you have learned enough information to understand what's going on, the police are a corporation, and they're there to generate revenue for the legality system. The legal system is also a private entity. Judges have investments in the legal system in your area. Courts are not state courts. They're private corporations. And judges can also own stock in private prisons. That's why they love to send you there, because they make money every single day. Did you know that if you don't pay a traffic ticket on time or something, they can turn that traffic ticket around and send it to the U.S. Treasury for $1 million, or collect $200,000 or more on a traffic ticket that goes unpaid? You do not realize these things because you're busy with Agent Smith popping up, Agent Smith, and protecting the system from you knowing the truth. See, that's why you need sheriffs who are answerable to the people, not policing systems. And when people say, oh, we need to defund the police. Well, if you understood what the police were, you wouldn't want them guarding you. You'd want people who are actually under your authority as the people who elect sheriffs to answer to you. That's why police behave authoritatively the way they do towards everyone. That's why you get traffic tickets for silly things. You can get a ticket on your car for it sitting in your driveway for not having a license plate on it or something. How ridiculous. This is your property, right? Sitting in your house's property. Two things that are your property out of the public interest or on public ways, and you still get a ticket. Have you ever thought about that? But Agent Smith will pop up suddenly and guard the matrix with to the point where they're ready to just snap your neck over it. This is why you must understand about the Agent Smith effect. It is not a fantasy. It is a real life thing. And you'll watch as you have conversations with friends, ultra liberal. They're triggered by the programming, especially if they go to college. They get programmed into the Agent Smith effect for everything woke or Bolshevik communism. And you'll get the conservative points of view, which are equally constraining within the matrix and the prison of your mind. You have Agent Smith will pop up everywhere, but what you'll see most of all is Agent Smith is guarding for both sides of the aisle an agenda that benefits the matrix. And there are, at the very top, there are entities that benefit from controlling the matrix, and they utilize the energy of human beings, your mind, your mental capacity, just like demons will feed off of negative energy. These entities also feed, whether it's power, whether it's authority, they feed off of negative human energy. And so the Agent Smith effect is real on both sides. This is why it is important for those of you who step outside of the matrix, where you're being controlled on both ends, ultra conservative, ultra woke, and become a true seer the way Jesus intended for us to see the world, not in a Gnostic form, but in the real way where Jesus said, I have come to set the captives free. This matrix is old, very old. There's nothing new under the sun, like King Solomon said, nothing new under the sun. We just have a different technology, so we think, a different technology to reach out and control us everywhere we go. It is time for everyone to wake up to the Agent Smith effect and realize what's happening and learn how to override the Agent Smith, to become Neo, to step outside the matrix and see the matrix. You're like, whoa, I can see this matrix. It's so simple. Now I need to learn how to override the matrix. So everyone knows who watches this channel that we have something called the Master's Inner Circle, where we teach you how to override the matrix. That is, override it. It's mental capacities, things that have been holding you back. Both, even Christians are held back. They have no clue. They think because you become a Christian that you're suddenly going to be completely set free of any of these matrix events. And it is obvious, completely obvious, that that's not true. Jesus said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Your soul may be saved, but your knowledge about how this earth works and the way you behave in it, how you do things, has been compromised. You believe that the earth is what it is, this ball that we've seen for 70 years or so. It is not. The way science, the way math, they've erased ether, this thing called the ether that used to be in the science book. They completely took it away. They don't want you to know about it. We have something called the Master's Inner Circle, which we have provided, that teaches you how to escape this matrix, rethink everything, learn how to eat healthy, learn how to think healthy, learn how to teach and coach other people to get out of the matrix, learn how to prosper the way the Bible says to prosper, because the Bible taught the way it's, like if you read the Bible and it's not taught to you by sources outside the Bible, telling you what it says before you read it, if you actually read the words and take it for what it says and understand it, then you can escape the matrix. There is a great deal, an incredible amount of information that helps you escape the matrix. The problem is those running the matrix have infiltrated the church so that you get preemptively programmed to information about science, about eating, about what the Bible actually says. So in this thing we call now Satan's short season, where Satan was released and history has been erased and rewritten to a narrative that keeps them in control, it is important for you to understand this matrix. Now, some of you have become so doubtful about everything on the internet because things like YouTube are so bombarded, because the people running the matrix, they worship mammon. So they don't care how much they bombard you with endless commercials and things to get you to buy stuff or make them money. And people are becoming very distrusting of anything that they have to purchase online or get involved in or whatever. So I'm going to give you a biblically based teaching. It's 14 minutes long or so. It was a $2,000 course that we taught for people wanting to free themselves and escape the matrix. It's based off the Bible, and it's based off the be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That you can be instantly transformed from a pattern of thinking, habits, and different things in life, or stuff that's happened to you and you're stuck with this program running over and over and feeling depressed, whatever it may be. You can instantly transform from that by renewing your mind, the way you think about that. So to let you know how powerful the information is on the Master's Inner Circle, and the information and how everyone who feels called or led to be a coach or to help people or actually do what Christians are supposed to do in life, like Jesus had an inner circle of people he trusted, he sent out to be leaders of other believers and help keep people on track. The people that, these disciples that wrote the letters in which we have that are the New Testament, they were called people who got special training. And a lot of this special training has been lost or deprogrammed out of people within the church. And we need to bring it back in so you understand what's going on. But I'm going to give you this course, this instant transformation technique. It's going to be in the description box below. It's free. All right, so this was a $2,500 course. I'm going to give it to you for free so that you can experience just one of the types of things to use to transform your own mind, and that you can help other people if you're called or feel led to be not a normie, to escape the matrix, to figure out what's going on, and you want to join the Master's Inner Circle later. So the instant transformation technique is going to help you transform your thinking so that you can escape from something that's held you trapped. This is biblically based teaching. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The science works in it. Athletic coaches, Olympic coaches, people have been using this for many years. Special forces, all kinds of stuff use this transformation technique and visualization and renewing of your thoughts so that you don't have limited beliefs that were programmed in there at some point in time, so that you can override it. So check out in the link below so that you can learn how to transform your mind and start combating Agent Smith when they pop up, or even the Agent Smith that's been programmed into your head since you were a kid of limiting beliefs. Transform that, kick Agent Smith out, and learn how to start fighting back in this matrix. All right, so I'm Dan Collier from the Christian Life Network and the Sons of Light. Check out in the link below for the free instant transformation technique teaching. It's an audio teaching so that you can ride in your car and listen to it. You can listen to it before you go to sleep, which is an excellent way to reach your subconscious. You can listen to it anywhere. It's like 14 minutes long, and listen to it multiple times until you learn how to implement this in every aspect of your life. You will really enjoy this teaching. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.